All right. So a thought. Do you want to take on the topic of ghosting?
Yeah, it's interesting because that's in line with the comments about not being qualified, which is still one of the biggest things you see on LinkedIn every single day. Ghosting is a hot topic right now. And typically the complaints are coming from the candidate marketplace, right? Saying they're being ghosted by a recruiter, they're being ghosted by a recruiter. Now, I can't speak on behalf of all recruiters, and nor can I justify it ever being acceptable. There are times where it makes a bit more sense. On the flip side, here's what I will say. For every one recruiter that ghosts a candidate, 10 candidates ghost us. Now, that doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it fair. My point is it does go both ways. And many of the stresses that candidates share on LinkedIn are shared simultaneously by the recruitment marketplace. It's just a little bit different, right? Yeah. There's never a reason for a recruiter not to call someone back. However, what some people don't understand is what recruiting really looks like and what some recruiters go through, the volume of workload on their desk, right? There should be some sort of follow-up regardless of how busy you are, right? Ghosting somebody, especially once you've connected, once you've made contact, is not acceptable. Never mind if you've brought them to the interview level, you're building a relationship, you owe it to that person to give them some sort of idea what's going on. What's missing here, recruiters themselves don't always get the feedback the candidates are looking for. Doesn't make it right, but a lot of times we don't. We'll talk to the hiring manager, and the hiring manager says, hey, interview went well, but I'm not going to move forward. Okay, can you share with me some feedback as to why you're not moving forward? It's just not the right fit for my team. So my point is we don't always get the relevant stuff. And sometimes that will delay a recruiter in responding because the recruiter doesn't know what to tell the person. They don't have feedback. They don't have a why. And it's difficult telling a candidate, hey, we're not moving forward with you. And by the way, I have no idea why, right? Which is why those generic email templates exist saying, hey, you're not qualified and we moved on. The bottom line is this. If you're being ghosted, there may be a reason for it. There may not be a reason for it. They may have forgotten. It's never acceptable. The idea here is to try your best to work with reputable recruiters that you can build a long-term relationship for with a goal of exactly that, not just landing this job. Naturally, that's your goal at the time, right, to get this job that the recruiter's helping you with. But what about the future of your career? And does the recruiter care about the future of your career? There is a difference, a big fundamental difference between someone with a recruiter title and someone who has become a real recruiter. The real recruiters, those who have put years into this, who have passion for this, who have a true interest in the world of talent acquisition are more likely to get back to you because they take their job seriously, as opposed to one of the many large-scale, especially RPO firms, that hire a bunch of very, very entry-level people and give them a title of recruiter. Many of these people have not yet learned the respect for business, the art of this trade, and those are typically the individuals that end up ghosting you. But at what point are they ghosting you? So if you are applying to a position and no one's calling you, that's not being ghosted. You may not be qualified, and that's hard to swallow. Yep. If you are qualified and you've talked to a recruiter and then they ghost you, not acceptable. The problem is you may be one of 300 people they spoke to. And sometimes it's just not possible for us to get back to everyone, although many of us do try.